Please welcome Lea Becker, BMW Foundation, Herbert Quandt.
Okay, I'll keep the next one a bit more elusive so I don't take away from the entire pitch. I think we can all agree we all love color, right? We love the color of our clothes, of our cars, of our cosmetics. Falling Walls loves a good red. We also love colors in nature, but there's a divine difference in that. Nature makes color in a non-polluting way, and we make synthetic dyes in a really polluting way. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm also gonna say, in 2017, a French man came to the UK and went to Cambridge to start his PhD, and now he has a biomimicry process that makes brilliant colors out of cellulose. Without further ado, Benjamin with Sparxell.
Breaking the wall to sustainable nature-positive colour. Benjamin Droguet, Sparxell.
Colorants. We found them everywhere. They color our clothes, they color our cars, color the home we live in. The thing is, we have industrialized more than 10,000 fossil-based compounds, which have not been designed with circularity in mind. They don't biodegrade, they accumulate in the environment, harm nature, and harm us. Their fabrication also contributes to massive amounts of greenhouse gas emission. In contrast, well, look at this butterfly. One of the most vibrant colors in nature. Do you see there any toxic chemicals? Well, Sparxell's patented technology replicates the principle that allows this butterfly to be colorful without using any synthetic colorant, instead using plant-based cellulose. And this process is very common in nature. This butterfly is just one example out of many. But it is very hard to replicate. And our team has been the first one to replicate it full scale using an ingredient we found in every plant, cellulose. So our process starts from tiny, tiny crystals of cellulose that are in every cellulosic fibers. And those crystals, they can diffract light like a prism. But then if you put many of those crystals together, they can still diffract light, but they reflect a given color. The beauty of our process is that by expanding or contracting these structures that look like helices, we can obtain a wide range of colors without colorant, just with cellulose. So to summarize, we transform a plant-based, biodegradable, renewable ingredient that can even be extracted from waste, and we turn it into a wide range of dye-free colorants. And this has massive consequences for the industry. This means that now we can color textile, such as cotton, viscose, with cellulose itself, cutting billions of wastewater and also saving a large amount of greenhouse gas emission just by using cellulose. We can also color paper, cardboard packaging with cellulose itself, removing dyes, removing plastic, so enabling circularity and recycling rate to pick up here. For cosmetic, we can remove hard-to-abate minerals from short-term application, and we replace them by a clean, plant-based ingredient. All of this because we understood how nature intended to make vibrant colors. And we are already working with major brands in the cosmetic and fashion space to take our product to market from high-end, but also mass market. Our technology is rooted in deep scientific excellence, having capitalizing on decades of research at the University of Cambridge. And we are operating in this 50 billion colorant market. So when we published our discoveries in Nature Material, we really got a lot of interest, and that really propelled the launch of our company, Sparxell. A year after that, we won the Biomimicry Institute Award for the best-in-class nature-inspired properties that our product embeds. Earlier this year, we closed 3.2 million euros worth of funding from private investors, but also public funding. And now we are working on scaling up our production to ton scale and working on our first commercial product to be available for brands in the fashion and cosmetic space. We're aiming to have 8 million euros worth of sales in 2027. And the reason why we have so much traction at such an early stage is because if you look at what we provide, we have a very strong unit economic that combines the best of nature in terms of performance and sustainability. In comparison, many other companies are struggling to scale bioreactor or biofermentation processes that ultimately provide limited range of dyes. In our case, we have a water-based process that's scalable, high throughput, and we utilize an ingredient that's already in nature, cellulose, to make color. So I really believe that our patented technology has been one of the missing cornerstones of the circular and bio-based economy, and it can now enable massive change. So I'm really excited as we are opening a new round of fundraising to scale our process and scale our impact. And if you're interested in learning more, I would love to talk to you and have you join our journey to reinvent the way we have been making colors for good, taking inspiration from nature. Thank you.
Okay. We need to change clothes, no? On va mettre un petit peu plus de couleur l'année prochaine.
Yeah, a bit brighter, yes. I'm working on my first prototype for myself too.
Okay, let's go with questions. No, you're not the jury. Sorry, we have to wait for the jury first. Stefan, I don't forget you, don't worry.
Can you talk a little bit about your patents that you have gotten on this technology? Because there might be the danger that it's replaced or mimicked.
Correct, good point. So our patent covers both processes, manufacturing, product, and application. So this is quite broad.
Okay, I'm going to take Manon, but I don't forget you, don't worry. Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit more about the scale-up process? Because you don't need bioreactors. So how does it work? Because I saw you said 8 million by 2027, but if you have so much interest already from the large industry players, why not scale faster? So I was a bit stuck on that point.
So we are scaling using existing machineries that are available off the shelf, and it's a paper-making process. So it's a fairly easy way to scale because we don't use biology. We use kind of what is already available in the industry.
Okay, next Rasmus, Peter.
Can you talk about the cost for the customer and the difference between that and traditional colors?
Yeah, so in terms of cost, we can be cost competitive or even cheaper than minerals, metals, or even certain dyes from the start. So that's why we are starting with a very bright, shiny effect. And for the customer, it would be also a cost advantage to switch to our technology.
You're good at answering. Okay, now we have time for you then. Oh, Iris first. Sorry.
I was wondering if you can talk a little bit about the material properties of the dyes, like if you see any degradation in terms of colors over time, or if you see in the case of paints, like any cracking, or how does that work?
So the good news is there is no dye in our colors, so they don't fade, which is also another extra benefit. So they can have also long-lasting features while remaining biodegradable.
Okay, next one.
No, I had the same question about durability.
That's good. Thank you. Next question. Sorry. Let's go.
Yeah, I really like your presentation, and I think cellulose-based dyes are an amazing idea. I work on the textile recycling, and we develop chemical processes to do that, and colors are an issue. My question is, what are the requirements for your cellulose feedstock? So what kind of cellulose do you use?
So the good news also, we can use a wide range of celluloses. We do need the crystalline part of those cellulose fibers, but they are in every fibers.
Would you like to get a few tons of cellulose? Because we need to find an application for that already.
Are you doing contract things?
Happy to talk after, yes.
Okay,
Okay, you are so good in answering questions. We still have 1 minute and 10 seconds, so let's go. Anyone from the audience?
There's one over there.
Where? Oh, I see. Sorry, you are in the shadow. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you. One question is related to the L'Oreal early adoption. We know that L'Oreal probably has contracts with at least 5 different companies that are producing dyes and colors. What is your differential value proposition compared to them, and why are you sure that you are going to secure that customer instead of them? Thank you.
30 seconds.
Yeah, so L'Oreal has a commitment to switch to as much plant-based product by 2035. So every single percentage they can increase their formulation to be more bio-based, or even the packaging to be more bio-based, they are more than happy to do that. Our technology also can provide features that cannot be achieved with dyes, such as the very shiny effects that are coming from metals, for instance.
Okay, I think it was the last question. Thank you
Perfect.
very much.
Thanks.
That was really good.